Yo, yo. Whew. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Drop a hello in the chat. I need a little breather because my daughter was just having a tantrum before I put her down. I don't know who sent me, but I have a child. I don't know who sent me. Okay? Anybody out there who want children, they are amazing. Think three times, okay? Think three times before you have one. All right. I'm excited for today's conversation. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're talking all things economy today. I was just having the craziest thought. Well, it's not a crazy thought, it's actually a pretty natural thought, but I actually have a degree in economics. And it's so funny to now be at this point where I'm like, I'm not working the corporate ladder, but I am using that degree. Okay? And all the times I walked in finance, I never used my economics degree. I always worked in finance and like relationships, never tapped into economy. And look how God, look how God got me teaching y'all how to create your own economy, how I'm building my own economy, understanding supply and demand and all that good stuff. So I'm excited for today's conversation because, as you are probably aware, we have a lot of changes happening in the economy that the government talks about. But I want you to be empowered in the fact that that ish don't matter. simply simply put, that ish doesn't matter because you are your own economy. And I think a lot of our work in terms of like learning your human design or astrology or whatever medium you're into, it really is a coming home to self and recognizing that the self is self-sustainable. You don't need anything outside of yourself to live a beautiful life, including making the money that you need or that you want to live a gorgeous life. So today we're talking, how can you build your own economy using human design? I'm hype. I hope you're hype. If you're here, you're probably excited for this conversation. So we're going to cover what an economy is. We're going to cover how to know what to offer, how to package your offers, and the purpose of human design and the whole great cosm of things, okay? Because our human design, yes, when we embody it, we feel regulated. But when you tap in, going back to the point that God already put everything inside of you, when you tap into human design from a let's make some money lens, you're going to recognize that everything you need is already built in, okay? So the first thing I want you to do is drop your profile type and number in the chat, okay? This is important because every single one of us has a different business model in the economy. We're not all going to have the same business model because we are different types, we have different amounts of energy, and we have a different way to offer ourselves into the marketplace, okay? So I want you to drop your type, your human design type, and your profile number, okay? Because that is going to really support us in this conversation so you understand, how do I deliver what I'm supposed to deliver? Because we're different. By the way, if you're a projector, I'm a projector. Projectors deliver insight, okay? If you are still initiating or building things from the ground up, you are not doing what you're supposed to do, okay? This is supposed to be the end of the conversation, but let's talk about it right now. I want to say this real quick. Projectors, you're meant to deliver your insight. Oh, we got two projectors. What up, Drella? You're supposed to deliver your insight, meaning your perspective, the things that you've learned, the way that you operate in life, offering that as a gem, as a missing key, as a missing link to the person that is on the other side, right? And so when you are a projector, you're focused on insights. When you are a manifester, you're focused on initiating. What are you initiating into the marketplace? What are you bringing forth? What idea are you wanting to materialize? If you are a generator, you are here to build the things, okay? This is why old school leadership in terms of humanity was manifestors and generators. The manifestors initiated, generators built the things, okay? Manifesting generators, you're here to innovate. So there are things that already exist. You are here to innovate what already exists, make it better, make it more efficient, make it faster. All right. And then reflectors, you're meant to reflect back. Is it what we say it is? Is it working the way we say it's supposed to work? That is what reflectors do. You are reflecting back to us. You are also, in a sense, providing insights, but more from a sense of, oh, I sampled the thing and this is what I got from it. This is what worked or didn't work. Okay. Okay. So that was me getting out my energy. Okay. I have to get the stuff that's like out, and then we can motion into the conversation. So before I do that, I gotta show y'all my new baby. Okay. So I went to Costco yesterday with my man's card. And I got his groceries, of course, but they sell plants at Costco. And as you can tell, I'm a plant lover, plant mama. And I literally said like 2 days ago, I was like, I need a new plant. Like I need a new baby. And so here's my new baby. Isn't she pretty? She's an alocasia poly. I used to own one of these. I won't say own. I used to take care of one of these when I lived in the British Virgin Islands. And so when I saw these, I was like, yes, we're going to get us a new little baby. Isn't she cute? And she comes in a nice clay pot. Yo, shout out to Costco, okay? I have been shopping at BJ's. Before that, I was like at Aldi and sometimes Giant, sometimes Wegmans. And I'm like, all of these are cool, but my money needs to go a little further. So I was like, babe, we're only shopping wholesale now. And he already had a BJ's card. And I went to BJ's and I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. And then I look online and I see somebody talking about Costco. My sister's always calling at the wrong time. So I see somebody on Twitter talking about Costco. And stop. Hold on 1 second. He lost his mind. Okay, he lost his mind because of all of the gems at Costco. And I'm like, is it that? 1 second. Is it an emergency?
Yes, I'm calling my niece.
She's taking a nap and I'm on YouTube Live. Goodbye. Okay, that's my projector sister who lives in Australia. So whenever she feels like she's awake, we should all be awake too. Anyways, so this guy was talking about Costco and he was like, yo, Costco has everything. It has like high-end stuff. It's a luxury environment. And I'm just like, I like luxury. What's up with Costco? So I come home. Well, I'm usually home. So my babe comes home and I'm like, babe, have you ever been to Costco? Like, what's your experience at Costco? He was like, it's not that different. But the beautiful thing about that projector Manny Jen relationship, 2 days later, he was like, okay, I got us a Costco card. And I was like, the universe just loves me. So I finally went to Costco. And I love me some Costco, okay? It definitely gives, from the parking lot, it gives luxury, okay? The types of cars in the parking lot, I was like, this is where I need to be at. This is where I need to be socializing. So I got me a little plant, okay? I share that story. Why? Supply and demand, okay? Supply and demand. There are people who are for Costco, and there are people who are for Sam's Club. There are people who are for BJ's. Once there is a supply, there will be a demand. So let's talk about the economy real quick. Let me see what y'all talking about, my sisters. Yo. I have 3 younger sisters. It's like, do you see how many times she called? She called 3 times because it's like, why aren't you answering the phone? I want to talk to my niece right now. I'm sorry that you're calling my phone and I'm not available. Supply and demand. I have the supply, the demand is there. Okay. I think all of this is just so divinely timed. Okay. What is an economy? An economy is a system of how a society, we're going to think of ourselves as economies, right? A system of how a society produces, distributes, and consumes goods and services, essentially encompassing all the activities related to making and spending money. By the way, I have my notes. It's right here. That's what I'm looking down, if that's what it looks like, right? So I'm going to read that again. An economy is a system of how a society produces, distributes, and consumes goods and services, essentially encompassing all the activities related to making and spending money. Now, it is important for us to understand that we are already giving something into the marketplace, okay? If you have a job, you are producing a good because you're giving your time, okay? So there is a demand. We need time. And if you're showing up, generators, condition projectors, condition manifestors, condition reflectors, you're showing up and you're like, here's my time, okay? So you are already playing a part in the marketplace. But the point of our conversation today is to recognize, how can me be the marketplace? How can I utilize my personality, the things that I'm interested in, the things that I have a degree in? I have a degree from Penn State. I'm talking about economics right now. I have a degree in economics. It's pretty amazing, right? How can I utilize my information, my experience, my personality to create some type of supply, which will then create the demand? This is the beautiful thing. I want y'all to hear about this, right? This is me and my degree tapping in, right? Where there is supply, there is demand. It doesn't matter what it is. My man bought these things that you put your egg in there and then it cracks the egg open. I thought they were so pointless because why do I need help cracking an egg? But somebody made them. And then my man, he's a Taurus. He buys a lot of things that I'd be like, why? He bought it, okay? So even though I thought it was pointless, there are probably people out there who are like, I don't want to touch the egg, and every time I crack an egg, some shell gets in there. So they go and they buy this stupid little, I call it stupid because I think it's pointless, this little egg cracker, right? I think that is a perfect example of supply and demand. A lot of the times we think, well, who wants my thing? I promise you, someone wants your thing. Whether you are a generator and you built a thing or you are a projector and you have insights to offer, someone wants your thing. Because in an economy, there is supply and there is demand. With you being the economy, you supply something. This is where you learn the marketing piece. This is where you learn the offer creation piece. This is where you learn the packaging piece. And then you put it out there in the marketplace. I promise you, there is demand for it, okay? So the point of our conversation today is to have you step out of the idea that the economy is outside of myself. Okay, we've all been conditioned in that manner. Oh, the economy is crashing. We're having a recession right now. Everybody freaking run and put all your eggs in one place, or take your eggs out of that place and put them over here. Yo, all of that is fear mongering. Okay, I promise you, the people who got cash, they're investing right now. They're not scared. Oh my God, the economy is crashing. They're thinking, oh, this happened before. I missed it, or I got rich last time. Let me get rich again. Okay, so people who are not aware of this conversation in this context are freaking out. I don't want you to be that person. I want you to recognize that no matter what is happening outside of yourself, you're still. You are still living in an opportunity to create whatever it is that you want. I'm gonna share this with you guys. My is it my conscious gate or my unconscious gate? My unconscious gate is 52.4, which means the gate of stillness. Okay, so when there is chaos happening, Sarah's chilling. That's just always been my life story, even before I knew human design. When there's stuff going on outside of myself, like let's say I'm going to a party with my friends and it looks like a fight's breaking out, I'm the one, maybe I'm a mama bear too. I'm the one like, y'all, we good. Calm down. I already peeped the exit. We about to exit stage left, okay? Everybody else is fighting. We're good to go. Like when there's chaos, I'm smooth sailing. And so I want to share that energy with you so that you are not freaking out right now because it looks like, scary stuff is happening right now. The market's about to crash. I don't like this job anymore. I want to leave this job. How am I going to make money? Or I want to start making money online, but there's so many other people making money online and maybe my niche is already saturated. Woo-sa. Ooh. 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 I need you to breathe, okay? I need you to breathe and take a step back, okay? Zoom out a little bit. Remember whose you are. God already created you with a purpose and put everything in you to materialize that purpose, to monetize that purpose. So when people are outside of you talking crap, fear mongering you, having you feel like you're not good enough or you're not ready or you don't have the skill set, all you need to do is breathe. Okay? You are the economy. All right? So y'all clear on what the economy is. I see we have a few more people here. I want you to drop in the chat. What is your human design type and your profile number? Okay, this is very important in this conversation as we evolve it. Okay, I'm going to support you in utilizing that information to start making money as you are. All right. Okay, so we're clear on what the economy is. Now you're probably thinking, okay, well, how do I become the economy? Okay, and that's a perfect question. I want you to get right. Ooh, perfect example. And I did see that Jay just did a what do you call it? A Twitter Spaces on this, and she used Beyonce. So I'm gonna use I'm gonna use Beyonce as well. Okay. And oh, we got another we are Penn State. What up? I love that. Oh my God, that feels so good. Okay. So Jay just talked about Beyonce. So I'm gonna use the same context. All right, we're gonna bring in Beyonce. I usually prefer to talk Rihanna because that's my Caribbean sister. but we'll use Beyonce because a lot of y'all are American and I love you. Okay. By the way, I'm also American. I was born in California. So Beyonce has Beyonce the artist. Then Beyonce has Beyonce over here making liquor, and Beyonce over here making hair products, Sacred. And then Beyonce has tried the clothes thing. It hasn't always panned out. My point is Beyonce has a whole lot of arms in a whole lot of places. Okay? She's an octopus. And the same way how Jade said you need to be operating like you are Beyonce, I want you to think of this from the business point of view. Okay? Bop, 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 yo. I want to let y'all know how good I feel right now to have you here, okay? My mom is Bahamian. I was raised in the British Virgin Islands. I spent most of my summers in the Bahamas. So I'm also a Caribbean girl, VI massive, okay? And my family talking about going to Jamaica for Christmas this year. So, and I think that's a Vinci flag, right? Let me know if that's a Vinci flag. It's either St. Vincent or Grenada. Confirm which flag that is I see him from Drella. Okay, so so back to being a business, right? So Beyonce is one person, but she has monetized her ideas, her family in many different ways, right? So it's still her brand, but here my mom has been into hair and I grew up in the salon with my mom. So we came out with Sacred. And then my grandpappy or my uncle or something, I can't remember who Sir is, but Sir Davis. And she has this liquor line, right? And then she had Ivy Park with Adidas. Like she has all these different things. And of course, when it comes to her tours, there's all of the merch available and all of the VIP sections. And I just want you to hear how many ways she's getting a bag. Okay. And she's only one person. Okay. Right. When you think of Amazon, for example, Amazon started as Bill Gates selling books out of the back of his trunk. Okay. That grew into literally every time we open our phone, we're on Amazon. Every time you go outside, you see an Amazon truck. There's Audible. There are so many different extensions of Amazon now. They have Amazon movies. They produce movies. Like one brand getting multiple bags. I need you to think of yourself in the same manner. Okay? I need you to think of, wow, everything that I have experienced, the things that I've learned, the places that I've traveled to, the people I've dated, the places I've lived, where I've worked, all of those things go into who you are and the value that you bring to the world. Your job is to, one, believe that it's possible for you to monetize yourself, okay? And we're going to talk about this a little later. And then two is to package it, okay? You have to make these things available, your ideas materialize so people can spend money. I want to share something with you. When I left New York, which was in 2019, right? I moved to the Virgin Islands. It was supposed to be for 30 days. Somebody called me and he was like, yo, I don't even know how did you even think of me? I never asked that question. But he was like, I want you to be the personnel manager for my upcoming fashion show. Okay. And I'm like, cool. At the time, I was literally living in my friend's Airbnb because I got kicked out of my apartment. I was hosting a 420 inspired party and they didn't like that. Basically, one of my friends was a chef. And so we used to host these parties that were weed and marijuana infused parties. And so I had one of those dinners at my apartment. My landlord was not having it. One day I came home and they were packing my crap, packing up my whole apartment. So they moved all my stuff to the Bronx. I had nowhere to live. One of my homegirls had a few Airbnbs. So I was staying at her Airbnb. I was cleaning it to stay there. And then Terry Donovan calls me and he's like, I'm having the fashion show, which he does every year, and I want you to manage the people. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. And I was like, so what is this going to look like? You know, like I'm going to need a flight. I'm going to need you to pay me. He's like, no problem. So pays for my flight and also pays me to go down there. So I go to the Caribbean. It's supposed to be 30 days, but in reality, what was I come back to New York to? I had no crib. My car got repossessed. I had nowhere to live. So it was like, all right, we're going to go to the Caribbean. We're going to see what happens. So I go down to Tortola and we're staying in this villa for a week and I really like the villa. And I'm like, okay, I can see myself living in this villa. So we have the fashion show, the week passes and I end up reaching out to the owners, came up with this whole like, yo, I have a network of people. Like, would you be open to me living in the villa? I got to post a picture of this villa so y'all can see. Would you be open to me living in this villa and marketing it? Like I love social media. I love sharing things on social media. So would you be open to this? And they agreed. By the way, If you have a 6 line, this is what's possible for you, okay? When you present well, people are like, ooh, I want to be attached to that. Because if she looked good, then people probably are paying attention. This is why your looks are so important, no matter what line you are, but especially 6 lines, right? So they agree. And so I end up living in the house for actually 3 months. Okay. I'm living in a villa on the beach for 3 months for free 99. I have my friends come down. We do a whole like demo trip where we record, we create content. I fly this guy in. He was in Africa at the time, flew all the way to the Virgin Islands. Like, anyways, so I bring that up because from there, I then created merch. Okay. From there, I created like coaching events in person. From there, I created trips where you can travel to the Virgin Islands and hang out with me and my people. Like, I created so many different things. I also created a social media management company. So I was managing people's social media off of the strength of my energy. Like, there was a company that it still exists called Groundworks they have a plant nursery. They do landscape work. I represented them. I was their social media manager. And as you can see, that's natural. I love plants. So I'm getting paid. I think my retainer was like $2,000 a month. I'm getting paid $2,000 a month to talk about plants and how much I love plants. I am sharing all of this because I want you to understand that entire time, it was still only one Sarah, okay? But I am thinking, how can I monetize? Like, it's all these different things that I'm into, and people like to pay attention. Hello, when you're a 6 line, people like to be up in your business, okay? As a role model, people like to be in your business. So give them something to look at. Give them something to be interested in. So that was my motto. And so I was everywhere you looked, Sarah was there. I was everywhere, okay? And I was getting paid accordingly. So I'm sharing this because you might think, oh, she's not a Beyonce. Yes, the F I am. I know I only give myself 3 curse words, so we're not going to start yet, right? Yes, I am. And like Jade said, we all have that ability. You just need to see yourself in that manner. And this is why I say, like, you can learn all of the strategy, but if you don't believe in yourself and your value, nobody else is going to see it. You have to be like choking people. When I say choking them, you are so present everywhere that they cannot get away from you. That's one of the concepts I learned in real estate. Like, the only way that people are going to hire you as a realtor is if everywhere they look for a realtor, they see you. Whether it's an ad, whether it's on social media, whether it's a flyer on their door. If I don't see you when it's time for me to sell my house, I'm going to think of the first person I'm going to call the first person who I think of. That's what I learned in real estate. And so I was everywhere in real estate. Please believe I had flyers. I was hosting first-time home buyers events. I was on social media. Like, I was everywhere because I want to be your realtor. And so I want you to hear this for yourself. Who do you want to be in the marketplace? When people think of XYZ, you want them to think of you. You get to determine what that XYZ is. This is where you create the demand and then you deliver on the supply. Okay. This is why every time I tweet, every time I post, I'm going to be talking about believing in yourself and having a regulated nervous system, because I realize that is what's missing. Everyone is selling strategy. You can learn all of the strategy, but if you don't believe in yourself, you will never apply it. And when you apply it, even if you do apply it, you won't apply it with the energy that's necessary for it to do well. You're going to apply it with the, well, I hope it works energy, and I'm not that confident, but I'm going to do it anyways energy, versus, yo, I bring the mother effing value and I'm going to apply it, and I know people are going to love it. I already know that my people are looking for me. When you use that kind of energy and apply a strategy, your people show up. This is why you're here right now. I don't show up online like I'm second guessing myself. I show up as somebody who's done it. Like, I've done it before, and now I'm talking about it like I've done it. And so it's magnetic. You want to come and learn, right? That is what it is. Okay. I gotta say something, y'all. I got something done with my teeth the other day, and my bite is off, and it has me talking weird, and it's just, I'm thinking about it. You probably don't even care, but it's coming up for me. All right, so let's move into the second part of this conversation. And I want some interaction from you, because I want you to start verbalizing like out loud what it is that you have to offer. And I want people to start to become familiar with you, right? So I posted something today on Twitter and I said, what do your friends love about you? Okay. And the reason why this is important is because your friends love the thing in you that people want to pay for. They're just getting it for free. Okay. And I know this for a fact because I had a lot of people around me through college, through boarding school, through college. Yes, I went to boarding school, college, wherever I worked, my friends in New York, everyone loved my energy because of this one thing. Okay. So it's the same thing for you. I want you to be able to identify that because your friends are not only the people you hang out with. You have friends that are in China right now, that are in Africa right now, that are in the Caribbean right now, are in California right now, and they're simply waiting for you to show up and show up as you know what you have to offer. And so the only way you know what to offer is when you know yourself. Okay. And I want you to like get out of this whole conversation of, oh, I have to heal myself and I got to find myself. No, you have already been being the person that you're meant to be. And when you step into that, knowing it and confident in it, everything starts working for you. My entire life, I have been appreciated for the way that I just cheer people on. I don't project things onto people. I see you as your highest self and I talk to you in that manner. I engage with you in that manner. I'm not thinking about what happened to you when you was a child. I'm not thinking about what happened to you when your boyfriend kicked you out. I'm not thinking about the time where you got fired from your job. I don't care about any of that. Because when I look at you, and this is the projector's goodness right now, I see who you were designed to be. Before I even learned what being a projector was, this is who I am. This is why when I had my daughter, when I was pregnant with her, when I tell you like hundreds of people that I have met throughout my life were reaching out like, oh my God, she's about to be the most blessed girl ever because she has you as a mother. The way that you talk life into me, I know you're about to do that with her. And that's when I was able to see like, this is really what people love about me. It's not necessarily any of the material things. They just love who I be, my energy. And so I want you to take a moment to think of when your friends are appreciating you and acknowledging you, your family as well, people, your man, maybe your girlfriend, whoever it is that's in your life, what do they truly love about you? Who is it that you are being, not what you do for them? Because if you can't do it anymore, are they still going to love you? Who you are being. There's a way that you be. Again, I talked about my stillness. No matter what was going on, I just had this still energy where people feel safe around me. Strangers will tell me their whole life. I won't even say hello. They'd be like, yo, I think I told this story. I was out for a walk and this girl sees me and she's like, how often do you go walking? I was like, oh, I go like every day. And she's like, oh, okay. I would love if you're my accountability partner because I got a BBL a couple years ago and the BBL is it's not good anymore. And I gained weight. And she's telling me her whole life story. And all I did was take off one of my headphones. Like, I don't know her from nowhere. I didn't say, tell me about yourself. None of that. She just started to share and pour. And I was just like, okay. Because that's normal for me. People come up to me and they share. And I'm never like, oh, ew, that's gross. Like, I don't do that. For what? I understand that we are all humans we're spiritual beings living a human experience. I think that probably comes with the 6 and the 3 line. I'm just here for it. I don't need to judge you. Like we're all figuring it out. Why am I going to judge you when I got my own stuff that I'm figuring out? I got my own stuff that I'm going through. Why would I judge the next person? That's just like, that doesn't exist in my energy. And so it creates a level of safety for the person talking to me. It creates a level of, oh, I can let this go. I could put this down. Like I could be gone with, I could let this go and I could move on with my life. I love that my aura creates that for people. And so when I say that you need to know what to offer by knowing yourself, that is what I mean. You need to be able to look at yourself, look at your life and be like, who am I? On a regular basis, who am I? Who am I being in the world? What kind of person am I being? What do my friends love about me? What are people always commenting on? Because that is the thing that you get to monetize. So I want you to take a moment to write in the chat, like, I am the friend that blank, and you fill in the blank. Okay, I'll go first. I'm the friend that sees my people as they are, as their highest selves, and I encourage them in that. That's who I am. Even with my relationship with my man, like, let me tell y'all something. When I met my man, I wasn't thinking about all the stuff that he told me. I've been divorced. I wasn't fulfilled in my old marriage. And so I did XYZ. I didn't care. I was like, okay, cool. You told me all of that stuff. That doesn't take away from the type of man that you are. Like, I see you at your highest self. And I deal with him on that level. That's why when I experience BS, I'm like, I don't interact with it because you're up here for me. I see you up here. And so when you see people in a certain way, they step into that. And so I don't engage with him down here. I see him up here. I see you as a multimillionaire. I see you as a man that has multiple businesses. I see you as a man that is faithful to yourself and to your family. I see you as a man that loves your children. Like, I see you as a man that's building generational wealth. Like, that's how I deal with my man. That's also how I deal with my friends and how I deal with my mom. My mom literally said to me yesterday, she was like, you know how you're always telling me to step into my worth? And I just love that she said that because that's who I be to everybody in my life. To everybody in my life. I don't care what circumstances you came from. That's none of my business. The past is none of my business, and it's not your business either. So when my mom said that to me, I was like, okay, that means I'm saying the same thing over and over again, and it's finally hitting. Because I see my mother as like, yo, my mom is so creative. My mom is so powerful. My mom had a school built for me. Okay. She looked around and was like, there is no school good enough for my daughter. And she connected with one of her friends who had land and was like, let's build a school. And I was the first student. And all of my sisters have gone there. And it's still one of the best schools in the British Virgin Islands. So when I see my mom, I see the ultimate woman. And so I talk to her in that manner. I talk about her in that manner. And this is who I be for everybody in my life. That is just my energy. Okay. And so I'm sharing this with you because that is who you be in your life as well. It may not look the exact way that I describe myself, but maybe, for example, Janae is a 5'1". Maybe Janae is the girl that always got the answers. I'm gonna actually read what she says. She says, I'm the friend that offers a unique perspective while being grounded, optimistic, with non judgmental energy. I see people for their true potential. So that is who Janae is for her people. Maybe you're the friend that is like, I could turn anything into a fashionable moment. I don't care what you got in your closet. I could see a New York Fashion Week style outfit. No matter what you got. I don't care if you ordered everything from Shein. I got you, girl. Maybe that is you. Every single one of us has our unique way in which we make people's lives better simply because of who we be. Okay. And I need you to really value that in yourself. Okay. Because you are the person that creates the supply and the demand. You may have never heard that before. You create the supply and the demand. I'm going to describe this to you in a very simple way. When I look at myself and I say I create the supply and the demand, first of all, I create the demand by showing up. Showing up, being myself, people see something in me that they want for themselves. So boom, demand is created. Look how this girl is posting every single day. Like every time I open this app, she's showing up and she got something to say, something valuable. Boom, demand is created because now you're reading, you're engaging, you're interacting. You're like, yo, I want some of, like, what else does she have? And then I also create the supply. So once you come to my live stream, once you jump into my private paid community, I am going to supply you with more. I'm going to supply you with clarity. I'm going to supply you with the safe space to become yourself. I create the supply and the demand. It is the same for you. When you look at artists, right? An artist will produce their EP, they'll put out new music, new music, new music, new music. So they're creating the supply, but because they keep showing up, a demand is built as well. Let's look at Doechii because everybody's tapping into Doechii right now, looking at how she read the artist's way, right? Do you think that Do you think that the love for her music and the community that she's building would happen if she wasn't producing both the supply and the demand? Because of how she shows up, more people are like, can you come to this? And can you come to this? And can you come to Paris Fashion Week? And can you come walk in my show? And can you come headline this festival? Because she shows up, there is a demand. If you don't show up, there is no demand for you. If you're not showing me what it is that you offer to the marketplace, then there is no demand for you. And I'm talking to the ones of you that are watching that are not sharing. You're talking about, and I see y'all because y'all, a lot of y'all are in the prosperous projectors community where we're talking about making money as yourself, especially as projectors. And y'all are answering the entry question. You're like, oh, I want to make $100,000. I want to make an extra $10,000 this month. I want to make $5,000. And I'm like, okay, but are you showing up? But are you showing up? No, I'm not showing up yet. I'm scared. I haven't really thought out my idea. I don't think I'm ready yet. You got to do it scared. You got to do it sometimes unprepared. You got to do it messy if you're a 3-line. You got to do the thing. If you're not showing up, there is no demand for you. Okay? I'm going to speak for myself. When I was pregnant, I was chilling. Okay? When I was pregnant, I was chilling. Okay? I had this man doing everything. I didn't want to do nothing. I just wanted to chill and be pregnant. I just want to be pregnant. And people are like, oh, where are you? We haven't seen you. And I'm like, I don't care because I'm pregnant, baby. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I was the most beautiful pregnant woman, okay? Because I was chilling. But there was also people, the people that have worked with me before that were used to seeing me show up, they're like, where are you, right? But I also recognize because I wasn't showing up, there wasn't much demand in terms of opportunities and offers because I wasn't putting myself out there. I was all up in, I got a man and he's feeding me and he loving on me. He put a baby in me. Like, that's where I was, okay? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That's where I was and I was happily there, okay? Now that my daughter is, she's a little older now. She's a little older child. And I want a house. Okay. I want a new house. I'm ready for my farm. Okay. I'm ready for being able to go outside in my backyard butt ass naked. Like, I'm ready for that. Okay. And so sometimes when you want things in your life, I mean, I could speak all the life into my man. He's already started looking for houses, but God put a vision in my eyes and I want the vision in my eyes, not the vision that he thinks is for me. Okay. So let me go get my coins. Let me make myself available. Okay. Because God got something for me that I need to make myself available for. And so here we are, creating supply and demand again. So again, I'm sharing this with you because why? You are fully in control. All right? You are fully in control. There is no one else that's running your show. When you think of a job, a lot of us think that jobs are these things that are like, oh, I work this job and they got me tied down. No, baby. The job said, we have an opening. And you said, ooh, I have some time for that job. Well, are you ready to accept my time at this rate? You were in the marketplace as an employee. We're stepping away from that. I want you to step away from I am the employee mentality and step into I am the economy mentality. I'm the one that creates the demand and the supply. I'm the one that's building something and offering people jobs. This is who you're stepping into, okay? This is who you are transitioning into. Because the person that has more than enough, that is printing money, you have to think differently about yourself. You have to be differently. And right now, when you're thinking, oh, I have this job and this job got something over me, like you're a victim to the job that you applied for. What? You applied for the job. You agreed to make that amount of money. If it's not enough, you agreed to it. So at any time, you can say, I need a raise. At any time, you can say, I'm going to apply for another job. At any time, you can say, F this job, I'm about to start my own. At any time. That whole mentality of I'm a victim and somebody is doing this to me, that's not going to work. It's not going to help you. Okay? It's not going to move things forward. You created that experience. The same way I had applied to all those jobs. Before I finally got fired, my plan was to quit, but they fired me. Oh, well, okay, cool, got it. I recognize that, guess what? I don't want to be at the whim of someone saying, okay, we don't want her no more. I don't like that experience. You're not about to get rid of me. No, 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 no. So I'm in charge. I determine who can work with me. I select the clients. I say yes, not the other way around. Okay? So as you're listening to this, again, I am the friend that you need to get crystal clear on this, okay? This is the work that we do in Confident and Paid. We actually have a live call on Friday. I'm so excited. I'm always excited for the mastermind calls, the live Q&A calls. But we have a call on Friday, and I already gave homework. I was like, put this prompt into ChatGPT. I need you to see the value that you add to the marketplace. Because a lot of people go, I don't know what to create. I don't know what to offer because you're so much in your head and you're not in your body. I know how amazing it feels when someone can say, thank you for sharing. Thank you for encouraging me. Thank you for believing. Yo, that feels like everything. I don't need nothing after that. My man goes bowling every night. Well, not every night, a couple nights a week, and he sends me his scores because I speak life into him. And then I'll be like, babe, you need to practice your visualization. The more you visualize yourself scoring well, you will score well. And he'd be listening. He'd be like, okay, cool. Remember when you taught me this about my human design? Like, I love that. I love being that person for my people. Okay? So I need you to get clear. I am the friend that blank. I am the friend that blank. What friend are you in the friend group? Even if you got one friend, what does your one friend like about you? If you got no friends and your only friend is your mama, what does your mama like about you? If you got no friends and your only friend is your child, what does your child like about you? I be hyping up my daughter. She be in here listening to Afro beats and I be like, go girl. Okay, dancing girl. I be cheering her on. It's me in every experience with another human being. I'm the same person. Okay? I am the same person. And so are you. That's like this live is not about me. I am here to use my 6-line experience to have you see yourself. Okay. So, me talking about I am the same person in every relationship, so are you. So, I am the friend that what? Okay. If you haven't answered yet, answer in the chat. I'm going to check the chat. And we're going to move on. All right. So, first of all, NO, what is your name? I like to acknowledge people. I like to acknowledge your prowess. What is your name so I can acknowledge you? So it says, I'm the friend who reminds my friends to live. Ooh, we all need one of those. We all need one of those. I'm going out with my girlfriend on Saturday. I was like, baby, on Saturday, I'm unavailable. Okay. You and your daughter have the time of your lives. I'm going to be gone all day. Okay. I'm going out with one of my girlfriends. She reminds me to live. She hit me up the other day and she was like, I miss you. Where are you? I haven't heard from you. I was like, let's hang out. She's like, okay. Okay, that's my friend. Cause I'll be up in the house chilling, y'all. I am a home body and a self body. I like to be by myself. So when somebody is like, let's go out, my friend that reminds me to live, I'm like, let's go. Okay. So I'm the friend who reminds my friends to live. That's amazing. So that means that, for example, in your content, Millie. Okay, awesome. So in your content, you're showing us what living your life looks like, right? Like, I'm going for a walk. I'm going to get coffee. I'm taking a trip. I'm going on a solo date. Like, you're showing us what living looks like, okay? That is what your content would look like. That's how simple it is, right? And now later on, we're going to talk about, where are we at? 43 minutes. Later on, we're going to talk about the different human design types. And then your unconscious and conscious line. So you can start to think about, how do I actually package this? Okay. Again, I'm going to tell you, you're going to get the most when you jump into Confident and Paid. I'm going to tell you this right now because you and I can talk one-on-one. I am a projector. I can support you more when we have those one-on-one moments. But you'll have, like, when I tell you resources on resources on resources, they're all in the community. But I'm going to give you as much as I can right now. Okay. Let me read a few more of these. She said, I just know my friend will be a high-paying model if she decided to take that route. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. The way these heavy Scorpio placements have me irked. By the way, I'm a Scorpio rising. So I think it's very important for us to be like, at least for me, there has to be a sense of mystery. But when you in my safe space, I do not hold back, okay? I do not hold back. But I get you with the Scorpios. Scorpios want to be like completely mysterious. If you're completely mysterious, how do I get in? I need a little in. So you need to determine, what am I comfortable sharing? I'm gonna speak to the Scorpio placement specifically. Specifically, you need to determine, what am I comfortable with sharing, and just talk about that same thing over and over and over again. That's it. Okay. You don't need to tell your whole life. No one is telling their whole life online. They're telling the thing that they're comfortable with telling, and they're telling it over and over and over and over again. So that's what you get to do as well. Let's see here. I am the one building something and offering people a right place and purpose. Okay. Oh, you know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like a co-working space, because I'm thinking like building something, right? When I lived in New York, what was the name of that company? I can't remember the name of that company, but there was a company in New York that had co-working spaces everywhere, and you like bought a membership and you can go in at any of the locations and work. I used to love those. And then one of my friends, this girl that I met, she became a member at an all women's one. Yo, I love all feminine energy to a point, right? I love being around women until it's time to hug up and love up. I need a man, right? But I love co-working spaces, probably because I'm kitchen's environment. I just love to be around action happening. So that's what I felt just now when I read that. I'm building something and offering people a right place and purpose. That's super dope. Okay, I am the friend that loves, that sees, that accepts, that values. That's beautiful. Ooh, that's beautiful. Because how often are you wanting to just like share all of your stuff and you're afraid that the person's going to judge you? Nobody likes that. So to be that friend is beautiful. I'm the friend that brings out their inner child. Oh man, y'all are giving it today. I love this. And makes everyone feel free. Don't be shy around me. We're here to play and key. Hello, I am the biggest kid. Like the other night, I was underneath my dining room table. I had my hood on. I was trying to like hide, and my man comes in. He was like, "Where's your mama at?" I could hear her. I hear her. Where's she at though? And then he comes and he finds me. And he's like, "Yo, you are a big ass child." And I'm like, "That's what we're here to do. We're here to play, okay?" And as a projector, I'm showing yo Manny Gen self that play is important, okay? So I love that. I love that. I love that. I'm the friend that brings the energy, the joy, and the support, and helps them see themselves clearly, heard, seen, and understood. Oh my God. First of all of y'all that are saying this, I just want you to know that this is why group trips exist. This is why personal development workshops exist. This is why private communities exist, because people need to feel seen and heard and understood. So everyone that's writing that right now, I just want you to know that the opportunity is there. You creating your own safe space, like all I hear is money, ching ching, because there are so many people who do not have that in their lives. They are in environments where they are constantly judged, where they are made to feel like the black sheep, where they are made to feel like they're doing life wrong. And so when you create that safe space and you share your personality online, it's like, I've been waiting for you. I have literally been wanting a friend like you all my life, okay? This is why I said, and I continue to say, like, who are you in the friend group? Because there are friends out there who want to pay you. Okay. And this leads me to my next point. Very, very important. We're going to talk a little bit about packaging your offers. But before we talk about that, I want to bring something to the forefront. And I heard this from my coach the other day, and I want to bring this to the conversation. When we were growing up, we were often told, like, don't take money from strangers, right? Don't interact with strangers, run away from strangers, right? But then you were also told, like, don't charge your friends. So an example that he gave was like, this little kid was riding his bike, and a stranger came up to him and was like, "Oh, can I pay you $10 to ride your bike?" So he took the $10 and he let the person ride his bike, and the person brought it back. And his mom was like, "Why does he have your bike?" And he's like, "Oh, well, he paid me to ride it." And she's like, "No, don't take money from strangers. Don't do that. That's not safe." And then his friend came along, and his friend was like, "Oh, I want to ride your bike." And he was like, "Okay, well, you got to pay me $1." And his mom was like, "No, you're not supposed to charge your friends." How many of us have experienced this in some facet? What that creates is this discomfort with charging people or feeling wrong about charging people. And this is why so many, I'm going to speak to the projectors specifically. So many projectors don't have money, or they feel like they don't have enough money, or they're not being paid their worth because you keep giving it away for free. You feel discomfort in charging people. You over here giving like $1 million advice and you're afraid to charge people. This is one of the big things that we talk about in my community, because how are you going to afford your life if you're not charging people? And I have lived this. There is a client that I worked with in 2019. I think we did 2 sessions together. She paid me like, I think at the time I was charging $500 for an hour and a half session. I think probably last year or the year before, she hit me up and she was like, I am still living by the things that you taught me 3 years ago. And she was like, what is your rate now? And when I told her my current rate, she's like, oh, I can't afford that. And I was like, oh, well. Because if I gave you all of that for $500 in 2 sessions, what do you think I'm about to give you now? I have lived more life. I have learned more things. I have learned new mediums. I have more life experience. So the value has gone up, baby, and so has the price. But projectors, you so busy, you got your DMs open. Anybody and their mama could call you whenever, and you just giving it away. Here. Cut that out. People see your worth. You're the one that needs to catch up. People see your worth. You're the one that needs to catch up. This is why I don't play with my man. And trust me, this has been a work in progress. A lot of people have been cut out of my life, not even by me, by God. Because God is like, baby, you in here giving it to them and they not showing up. They're not doing their part. Bye-bye, cut them out. I don't fall out with people. People fall out with themselves and then blame it on me. I don't fall out with people. Ain't nobody could tell you I did something to them. They made up some stuff in their mind. I start to see my value. I'm like, I'm not giving it away no more. And they cut themselves out of my life because God was like, why do we need this energy around you? My man almost did that to himself too. I'm going to tell you that right now. Okay? But I know my worth. And every day it's becoming higher and stronger and more in depth. So that's why, when I started this community, when I started my paid community, there was one rate. I think I was charging like $99. You could just gain access. And I was like, oh, let me charge a monthly rate. That was under $20. And then, every day God was like, nope, higher, higher, higher. Every single day. Why? Because God already knows that when I get to working, when I get to be with my people, I can't turn it off. This is why when I host live streams, I literally have to check myself, because I will be on here with y'all for 10 hours, giving it away. And God is like, okay, so how much longer you want to not have enough? Because it's all in my control. I'm talking to you about me because I am talking to you about you. You are creating things, you have value to add, but then you are afraid of charging your worth. And it's not even about charging your worth, because a lot of the times, everything that we don't have in life is a self-worth problem. I don't have the self-worth knowing of myself, and so I don't ask for what I want. And then you go and you create prices and offers on your things that match that low level of self-worth. And this is what I teach my girls and guys. We got some guys coming in there too, right? You're not charging based on you. You're charging based on the transformation. What is this person getting in their life? I know for a fact that when you come in, you're around my energy. Just coming on my live streams, coming in my spaces, your self-worth is going up. You're recognizing your value. I know that. So when you come in a private space with me where I can talk to you one-on-one, please believe it's going through the freaking roof. So why am I going to be scared to charge? And this is, I want you to understand, right? that price is one of those barriers that immediately has people know this is for me or it's not for me. People like to talk about, oh, you need to have a questionnaire. I don't got time for that. I played that game already. I'm not about to create a questionnaire, then I got to read all the questionnaires that you submit. That's my time. Oh, my time is extra valuable now, especially since I got a baby and a man. Okay, the girls who got a man, y'all know. I have a baby and a man. I do not have time to be reading your applications. I'm going to make this as easy as possible. We're going to make the sales page very detailed. If you see yourself in that sales page and you see yourself wanting that transformation, click buy. If you don't, move along. But the thing with price, the price is going to have people self-select or self-delete. There are going to be people that say, that thing is so valuable to me, I don't care what she charges, I'm going to pay it. And then there are going to be people that say, oh, that's too expensive. And I don't care. Because more than likely, if you're not willing to pay, you're not willing to do the work. And I have had those clients before. I'm talking to you as a sixth line. This is not my first day having a business, okay? I have gone through the periods of creating things and wanting everybody to be my client. I've gone through the periods of pricing my things way too low. I've gone through the period of having all the questionnaires and having people apply and all this BS, and then all to get to the end and have them say, oh, well, I can't afford that. Or, oh, I don't have the time for that. Sometimes people aren't willing to pay with their time either, right? But if I have a sales page that tells you exactly what we're doing, exactly the transformation you're going to have, how we go about creating that transformation and how much it costs, you have every bit of information to make your own choice. Please don't harass me. I'm sleeping. I had to be asleep at 9 o'clock at night. Don't call me. Don't message me. Being up time. Do not come in my DMs. If you look on my Twitter, it says DMs closed. Because there are people who follow and they comment and they feel like they have the right to be in my DMs. Like, can you expand upon that? You better meet me in my paid community. Don't get cursed out. Don't get cursed out. I'm a sweet girl, but I will curse you out. Do not play with my time, okay? I'm already giving you value. Now you in my DMs asking for more for free? That's disrespectful. We have not been conditioned to see that as disrespect, but you'll recognize people who are doing big things you cannot just DM them. And if you're listening to this and you got your DMs open and you feel like, oh, I need to answer all these people and coddle them, cut that out. You are giving your energy away for free. And what you are also doing is training that person to think that you are the free person. Oh, if I want something for free, let me go to her DMs. No. I want you to understand this. And this applies to any relationship. People treat you in the way that you treat yourself. Whatever boundaries you have for your energy is how people come to you. One thing about my man, our first date, he had to drive 2 hours to come check me. Okay? 2 hours. Some people it's further than that. I was in Baltimore. He lived in Virginia. You want to take me out? You want to see me? Oh, baby, you're going to have to come drive to get me. You're going to have to come pick me up. Okay? And then we're going out somewhere nice to eat. We're going to have a good conversation. We're going to sit on the same side of the booth because not too much, Sarah. I want you to get from day one, I want to be in your skin, and you're going to have to pay money to be around me. You're going to have time to be around me. You're going to have to come and get me. This is why he gave me a car 45 days into knowing me. Okay? He could either keep driving or paying for the train, or he could give me a vehicle, and that's what he did. Okay? Because if you want to be around me, you got to come correctly. Okay? So don't be in my DMs talking. Don't be in my DMs. You're going to get curved or you're going to get cursed out. Okay? My DMs are for nobody. You know what they're for? Opportunities. Are you reaching out because you have an opportunity for me? A paid opportunity? Cool. Jump in my DMs. But if you want to talk to me one-on-one, you need to be in confident and paid. We have DMs over there too. Right now I'm talking to Laura. I don't know if Laura's on right now. Laura's in the UK. And Laura joined when it was the Projector Profit Lab, right? And she wasn't engaging for a minute. She even reached out and was like, I don't think I can afford this anymore. And I was like, can you remove yourself or do you want me to remove you? And she didn't. And then she subscribed in a month. And then she wrote me yesterday and was like, I'm ready to do the work. I'm ready to do the work. Because she didn't want to do the work in the beginning. Sometimes that's who we are. We just want to join. We want access, but we don't want to do the work. But because I have the DMs on there, I am a projector. I'm able to see into my people. I have my DMs open in my community. You can write me. We can chop it up. We can key in the DMs in my community, not on Twitter, not on TikTok, not on Instagram. I'm not creating that relationship with you. So I want you to hear this for yourself. Where are you giving away the sauce for free? I promise you that is a self-worth conversation. This is why I do not talk about strategy all day long. I talk about self-worth and regulating your nervous system. When your nervous system is regulated, charging your worth is easy. When someone says no, you don't take it no way. You don't take it personally. When your nervous system is regulated, talking about the value that you have to offer is light work. Growing overnight is light work. Yo, I want to just like shout out anyone that's followed me in the past 3 days, because my Twitter has grown, I want to say 300-400 people in 2 days, because I have done work on my energy. So now instead of, oh, I need to grow my Twitter to 10,000 people, I'm posting, sharing like I already have 10,000 followers. So guess what's happening? The 10,000 people show up. They're showing up in droves. Every time I open my app, 20 people just followed you. I'm still posting because most of y'all met me a couple months ago. I'm still posting like I was, but the energy that I am posting with is different. And this is why a lot of people think like, oh, I haven't seen you do anything different. Oh, baby, no, the work is when I'm by myself, when I'm in the mirror, when I'm going on my walks, when I'm journaling, when I'm listening to my affirmations. That's when the work is happening. And the vibration is going higher and higher and higher. When me and ChatGPT are chopping it up, that's when the work is happening. So when you see, oh, you came yesterday and you looked at the website, oh, the price was $20 yesterday. How come when I came back today, the price is $300? Oh, yesterday's price is not today's price because I have done the work on myself. Do you hear me? So you better get in when you get in. You better get in when you get in. A lot of people, oh, I'm gonna wait. Maybe a couple months from now. Okay. What I know is that life is now, and I want all of my things now. I don't want to wait for 3 years from now or 10 years from now. This whole idea that you have to wait and that time is linear and you got to go through these certain steps, that's BS. When you vibrate higher, your reality matches immediately. This is the work that we do. This is the work that I do, okay? You can join or you cannot. I don't really care. I don't really care what you do. If you say that you want that life so bad, you know what to do, okay? Because I have already created the supply and the demand. You know exactly where to go, okay? So as you're listening to this again, I want you to apply everything to yourself. Where are you shortchanging yourself? Where are you playing it small? Where are you not talking your shit? That's curse number 1. Where are you holding it in? I'm so afraid. I don't know what to say. Where are you playing that small game? Because it's not that the clients don't exist. It's not that the people don't want to follow you. It's not that the opportunities don't exist. They exist. They're waiting on you. They are waiting on you. And this is why you don't need any more strategy. Stop buying things that talk about strategy. I have spent literally probably $20,000, $30,000 on coaching. Okay. It doesn't matter how good the coach is, how good the outline is, how good the delivery is. If my energy and my belief about me wasn't where it needed to be, it was as though I wasted my money. And so my work is always on my self-worth. It's always on where am I vibrating. This is why my relationship started where it was and where we're at now, because I changed. And because I changed, my relationship changed. My man stepped it up because I changed. A lot of y'all waiting thinking, oh, well, when he changes, or when the clients show up, or when the followers show up, or when I get my degree, then I can finally. Okay, so if the college closed down today and they said, sorry, no degree for you, what you gonna do? If the man never changed, you gonna stay with him, or are you going to move on? Let me tell y'all something. 3 months into my daughter being born, she was born in September. In December, I bought a one-way ticket, and he didn't know it was a one-way ticket. We were on the way to the airport, and I was like, by the way, this is me in the passenger seat. By the way, I bought a one-way ticket, and we will talk when I get to the Caribbean. On the way to the airport. One-way ticket. Okay? Because you need to decide what the fuck you doing. Oh, that was number 2. Damn. You need to decide, because I've already decided what type of life I'm going to have. I've decided. And you see, I show up in my decision. I don't show up in the chatter. I show up in my decision. And so while I was in the Caribbean in my parents' house enjoying bananas and figs and soursop, and we were on the phone having our conversations and reconnecting again, I made it very clear. I said, by the way, I am making myself available for invitations. Because there is a life that I deserve to live, and I'm not waiting on anybody. You know what he said? He was like, why are you trying to move on so fast? I said, I'm not trying to move on so fast, but life moves on. Life moves on. And guess who's going to have the life of her dreams? This girl right here. Okay? So whether it's you or someone else, I'm going to have the life of my dreams. Okay? And I just let it go. Next thing you know, I'm in Puerto Rico with my sisters, and I'm on the phone with him, and he's like, so what if you just came and visited me real quick? And I was like, did you buy the ticket? Sent me that credit card. I paid for the ticket, and while they were going back to Tortola, I was up here in Virginia, and I spent a little week, and I'm gone again. Okay? I need to make sure that the invitation is clear and the environment suits me, so I left. Okay? And then a month later, we were like, okay, we're on the same page, and I came back. I'll share that why. You need to decide, what do you want? What do you want from life? If you are waiting for life to give you something, you are on the wrong side, my love. You need to decide, what do I want life to give me? What do I want from this life? And once you decide, life says, here you go. Thank you for deciding. We've been waiting. Here you go. This is why the girls are making money online. This is why I'm chilling right now. I'm chilling. I'm just I'm kikiing with you. That's it. It's nothing serious happening. I don't have to think hard. I don't have to worry. I don't have to overthink. I don't do any of that anymore because I've already decided. And all I do is focus on my energy, raising my vibration, and attracting. That's it. That is it. So you need to stop investing in strategy. How do I do this? How many times do I post a day? And what exactly do I post? Let that go. When you are vibrating and in alignment with the truth of who you are, you can post anything at any time and it's going to do well because your energy is right. Okay? You need to believe that it's possible for you. A lot of you, and I'm going to speak to human design. We're about to wrap up shortly. The reason why you are having, I'm going to say, You're not manifesting and feeling the way you want to feel, even though you're doing all of the things according to human design, is because you don't believe that it gets to be that easy. You don't believe that if I simply live according to my human design, everything is going to work out for me. That ain't possible. That's how you're operating. If I just focus on what I'm supposed to focus on and do what I love, like invitations are going to find me. Okay. All right. I don't believe that. If I eat according to my determination, I'm going to feel better in my body. I don't believe that. Please. If I trust my authority, like I'm going to make better decisions and I'm going to like be able to have more time to myself and feel good in my skin. Okay. All right. Okay. Uh-huh. Tell me anything. That's how you're operating with human design. You think it's this thing that, oh, I can choose it and then not choose it and things are going to work out. Because you don't think that life gets to be that easy for you. You see, I think that life gets to be that easy for me. Maybe it's the projector in me. Probably not. Sarah just likes ease. I like ease a lot. I love ease. So I'm always looking for the easier way. And I recognize that there was me approaching human design from what we have been conditioned. Like everything is this like tool and you pick it up and you put it down. And then I started to approach human design as, what if I embody everything that I'm reading? Like actually like make it me. And that's the way I live my life. Before that, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Before I started embodying human design, I used to sleep with my man every night. Like I wanted to sleep in the same bed with him. Like I had to do that. And then one day I was like, you know what? They say that projectors get better sleep when they sleep alone. So let me just sleep alone. The way I was sprawled on that bed, right? I could not go back. Sleep with who? When? Why? No, not me. Hell no. I love going to my room every night. Oh, it's so clean in there. The sheets be fresh. I could twist and turn all night. What? Then I started eating according to my determination. Oh, I should only have one meal a day. And I could eat whatever I want in that one meal. And then I could fast for 12 hours. Not 12 hours, for 23 hours. I started doing a 23-hour fast. And I'm going to be good? Okay, cool. Let's try it out. Literally been eating one meal for 3 weeks now. I feel amazing. Me and God like this. Like everything just flows right through. There's no second guessing. There's no overthinking. I'm like, okay, I like this. I like this. Then I read, waiting for the invitation is not projectors, I'd say. It's not us waiting for people to invite us to something. It's us living our lives, and then people are going to invite themselves into our energy. So I started approaching life like that. And I'm like, oh, I like that. Yo, me and my man had a conversation the other day. And he was like, oh, you be talking about this waiting for the invitation stuff, but that's not how it went. I said, that's exactly how it went. You used to pop up on me in Baltimore all the time, didn't you? I would be in my bed sleep and you downstairs. What you doing in Baltimore? Oh, you inviting yourself to my energy. He had nothing to say. Because he was addicted. Still is. Of course he is. Projectors, you are not waiting for people to say, oh, come over here and play with me. The invitation, waiting for the invitation, is you living your life and people being like, how can I play with you? I want to play with you. How can I play with you? That is how it works. When I started approaching life in that manner, the quality of my content changed because I recognized I already have the answers. I'm the successful one. So post like you're the successful one, Sarah. Started doing that. Everybody, oh, wow. Thank you. Saving, retweeting. Oh my God, I have a question. I could only do that because I believe that life gets to be that easy for me. I need you to work on your belief. I need you to work on your faith. You are either faithful that it's going to require hard work, or you are faithful that it gets to be easy. You choose. You choose. The only way human design is going to work is if you recognize this is my manual. When I abide by my manual, my life works. You keep thinking, oh, I'm a projector, announcing that you're a projector, announcing that you're a manifesting generator. Like, okay, we're not here to all band together and hold hands and kiki. I'm here to live my best life. So me saying that I'm a projector, I'm a 4-6 splenic projector with need motivation. My right arrows point left and my left arrows point right, like it gets real detailed, okay? My unconscious gate is 52.4. My conscious gate is 17.6. Like when I tell you, like I study myself because I recognize that myself has a way to win. I'm not trying to be like, all the projectors, let's all do the same thing. What? I'm not trying to do what the other projectors doing because I don't know what's in your chart, baby. I don't want to be you. I want to be me. So when I'm like, oh, drop your profile number, it's not about you dropping your profile number and telling me, oh yeah, I'm a 6'2" projector. What does that mean? What does that mean for you? My environment is kitchens. Your environment might be markets. Your environment might be mountains or shores. All of these things make us who we are. But you online running around talking about, I'm a projector, hey projectors. But are you happy? Are you fulfilled? Are you living into your chart? Are you using that as the only thing that you're checking in with every single day? Or are you just announcing to the world, hey projectors, I'm a projector? You are most valuable when you know who you are and what you have to offer the world. Okay? This is how you become an economy. And if you don't know, you need to be not only studying, but chat GPT. Yo, I be keying with chat GPT. Okay? There was a time where I've read that in your seventh house is both your seventh house is your frenemy. Okay. My man is a Taurus. I have Taurus in the seventh house. So where that is my lover, that is also my frenemy in a sense. And instead of me being a victim to that, I was like, Chat GPT, can you break that down for me so I have a better understanding of what that actually means? And when it broke it down, it was like, yes, frenemies simply means that there's things that you are both going to be like annoyed with in each other, but it simply is an opportunity for you to level up. That's basically what it said. So the things that annoy you about your man are opportunities for you to level your shit up. And I was like, thank you for checking me. Now I know. Because from my basic knowledge, I would think, oh my God, how is my man my frenemy? Like, that's messed up. Like, but I am living from an empowered mindset. So everything that I experience in life is for my betterment. So Chat GPT, make it simple. Explain this to me like I'm 5 years old. And it did. And from that day, but probably like 2-3 months ago, from that day until now, I have been leveling up my stuff. So when he does something that annoys me, it doesn't even annoy me anymore because I recognize it's an opportunity for me to step into my bigness. It's an opportunity for me to step into my bigness. So again, you know what you have to offer, and you are unshakable in your offers when you know about yourself. The last thing I'm going to say in this section before we move on to our final piece here. Projectors, I know you don't want to hear this, I'm going to tell you right now. Human design projectors, you learn about yourself when you study other people. Okay? You learn about yourself when you study other people. I have the Neutrino Design app. Before I had this app, I used to literally create charts and save them. I love to study people. I study my man. Okay? When I tell you I study him down, I study him. That's why when I know when he's talking to me about stuff that's going on with his bowling or things he wants to do with real estate, I already know, baby, you need to take this approach because I study him. When he got somewhere to go, This is so funny. When he got somewhere to go, but he don't want to go, he'll be chilling on the couch, like chilling. And he'll finally get up like 10 minutes before he's supposed to leave. And I'll be like, baby, you don't want to go, do you? And he was like, why you said? I was like, whenever you don't want to go somewhere, you be dilly-dallying. You be dilly-dallying when you need to be taking action. And he laughed like, you don't know me. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because every time I learn something about my chart, I go and I look at his chart. I go and I look at my daughter's chart. Because projectors learn ourselves when we learn other people. Okay? So any of y'all that's like, oh, I'm so sick of people and I want to get away from them. How are you going to learn yourself? We can't see ourselves. Projectors, we are outwards. Okay? We have an aura that goes into people. So you learn yourself by going into other people. That's all I'm going to say on that. Last piece of today's conversation, then we're about to chop it up in the comments, and then y'all could, we'll do what you got to do. So the last thing I want to touch on today, which I brought to the Twitter timeline this week, and I think I brought it to TikTok as well. I want to talk about your profile number, okay? And I want you to really get, like, human design is beautiful. The fact that everything that we need is within us is amazing, literally and truly. So your profile number, right, is you're made up of your conscious line and your unconscious line, okay? And so what you get with this information is, I want you to think of it like this. Your conscious line, which is the first number, is what hooks people, okay? So me as a 4 line, like, you're going to be hooked by the community feel. You love chopping it up in a community environment. When I was hosting my Twitter spaces, you could get on the mic and you could talk your stuff as well, right? You like that feeling, right? That's what hooks people. The girls in my community, we are literally friends. We are family, okay? My 6th line, the unconscious line, is what grabs your attention. Like, I get comments on my skin every day. Oh my God, you're glowing. Every single day, okay? That is what hooks you. The way that I care for myself hooks you. My stories hook you. Again, 6th line. So when you think of yourself, I want you to think about your economy like this. Your unconscious line, which is the 2nd line, is what grabs people's attention. So for example, if you are a 5-1, your 1 line is directly related to you investigating, you're researching, you're curious about things. When you talk about the things that you are curious about and what you found from your investigation, from your research, people are going to be like, ooh, y'all see me, I'm all the way in the camera. They're going to be like, ooh, that's very interesting. I love what you found out about that. The fact that we're both interested in the same topic and you found out that information, that's the solution you came to. Ooh, that's the attraction piece. Now, what hooks them is the 5 line. A perfect example of this is Jade. I think we're all familiar with Jade. We all love Jade down, okay? Jade is a 6-2. What attracts us to Jade is Jade's, like, she's a 2 line. So her natural affinity to learning and also sharing astrology, human design, and she's a generator, so she builds things. What did she do? She created the projector week. She created her, I think she has like the money book for generator types. Then she created the cult coin. Her 2 line, when she's in hermit mode, building things, that is what gets our attraction. We're like, ooh, I have been thinking, I'll speak for myself. I have been thinking about cryptocurrency, but I don't want to learn this on my own. I don't really know where to start. But the moment that Jade started talking about the cult coin, I was like, I'm in. I was attracted to the fact that she did all of the research and she was teaching us along the way. That had me like, oh my God, I need to know more. I was attracted. And then she was like, okay, Leos and Aquarius placements come in here. I'm only caring for y'all. I was like, hold up. Let me check my chart. Oh my God, I'm an Aquarius North Node. I'm in. Thank you. And I jumped in. What attracted me was that 2 line, that hermit mode. She is going to learn something in and out. And then she gives a little behind the scenes and she's going to build something. I don't want to build shit. I think that's my 3rd one for the day. I don't want to build nothing. I'm a projector. I do not want to build. But you did the hard work and you built the thing. I'm attracted. Now, what hooks me, what keeps me engaging, what keeps me on every live stream, what has me in her community, that 6 line. Jade came on, we had money class part 4 last week. Jade started the class twerking in her robe, yo. And I was like, this is my girl. That's my kind of energy. That 6 line is what hooked me. That conscious line is what has me hooked. When Jay talks about how she's doing her hair, I'm not a weave girl, but when I hear her talk about she shaved her head and now she has her weave and it be looking like it's coming out her scalp, her commitment to looking good got me glued in. Because we on the same, I feel you, girl. That's important to me too. So as you are thinking of your profile number, the first number is what hooks people. The second number is what attracts them. This is why even in my approach, when it comes to posting online, when it comes to my TikTok, everything for the most part is like aesthetically pleasing. I try the whole, I just roll out of bed. And it doesn't get the attraction. People are not attracted to when I post, I'm just coming out of the bed. What people are attracted to is when my hair is done and I'm in front of my gorgeous jungle and my skin is on point. That is what attracts them, okay? What hooks them, though, is when we have these live streams, when we come into my community and we key in our live calls and everybody's chopping it up on the text string. That is what hooks them. So as you look at your profile, whether you are a 1-4 or a 4-1 or a 3-5 or a 6-3 or a 6-2 or a 3-6, look at your profile in this manner. The second number is what attracts people. If you are a 4-6 or a 3-6, your number one priority is looking good, okay? Look good. Invest in your skincare. Invest in your hair care. Invest in your teeth. Hello, I'm currently in my process. I'm about to have braces. Just know. I'm so excited because I feel like my face is probably going to change a little bit. I'm excited. As a 6 line, that is important to me. I like to look good. I love when I lived in the Caribbean, men would see me just like out taking a walk and they losing their mind. I love that effect. I'm sorry. Maybe it got to be the 6 line. Something about that is a turn on for me. The fact that I look so good that you are moved to do something, say something. What? This man stopped me in the street one time and got down on his freaking knees and kissed my foot in the street. In the street. And he was like, you lucky we in the street because I would do something else to your feet. I was like, bro, stand up. I love that. Okay? So if you are a 4-6 or a 3-6, focus on looking good. Looking good applies for all of us, every single line. But I'm specifically talking to the 3-6s and the 4-6s. Focus on looking good. If you have a one-liner, if you're a 4-1 or a 5-1, focus on your investigation and sharing what you get from that's the thing that's very important. As much as I could say focus on looking good, if you're not sharing the looking good, then you are not creating the demand. Again, our conversation today is about economy. If you're doing all the research, but you're never sharing what you discover, you're not creating any demand. If you are a 2-4, for example, and the 4 is your unconscious line, share with us the amazing benefits of having a dope ass network. Oh my God, my friend just called me and said, let's go to LA today. And she got a hookup at Soho House in LA and we get to go there. Look at my dope ass network. Talk about that. Talk about the relationships and how they make your life better. Because obviously, if your friends are randomly calling you and saying, come through and everything's covered, you must be an amazing friend. You must be an amazing networker. The people that are attracted to that, they want to learn. How do I do that? How do I have an amazing net worth? Because your network equals your net worth. Again, I'm literally telling y'all, this is how you post. This is how you share yourself online. As a 6'2", you want to share as a 2 line. When 2 lines are unconscious line, share behind the scenes. If you're into videography, if you're into cryptocurrency, just share the behind the scenes of what you're doing. If your natural gift is photography, can we see the background? Like, what's going on in the background? This is how you're meant to post. Okay? If you're a 6'3", then your unconscious line is the 3 line. Can you please share with us the chaos? We want to see the chaos. Okay? Can you show us the chaos that's happening in the background? Because obviously it's chaotic back there, but you coming out looking like nothing happened. We want to learn. How do we go through chaotic things and look like nothing touched us? Is this making sense? Let me know in the comments. I need a fire emoji if this is making sense. It's easy, y'all. It's easier than you're making it. It's easier than you are making it. This is why I'm gonna share. I made my man's lunch today and I posted a picture. And one of the comments, I think my girl is in here actually. One of the comments was like, "Thank you for sharing that and letting me know that the life that I want for myself is possible." I'm not sharing nothing intricate. Ooh, I made his lunch kit. This is what he got in his lunch kit. Like, how simple is that? Stop overthinking it. Allow it to be easy for you, please. I want an easy life for you. I want an easy life for you. All right, so it's making sense. Fabulous. Last thing here, the simple business model for everybody. And I've talked about this in the Profit with Purpose Masterclass, which is free. If you haven't watched that masterclass, please jump in there, okay? Simple business model. I can't wait to move in and make my man lunch, girl. It is a start to my day that I didn't even know I needed. Like, I just being able to make that healthy food, be in the kitchen, and then I sit down and had my hot water with lemon and honey. And this man came downstairs in his uniform, ready to go to work, and was like, anyways, y'all can use y'all imagination, okay? Just know that I had to put the tea down. Okay. It's something about caring for your lover and then, them showing gratitude. Like, what a good start to my day. All right, simple business model. Then we're going to kiki. So, simple business model. I already went over the types. I'm going to bring it back. Your human design type tells you the business model that you get to apply for yourself. So if you're a projector, you are going to be giving insights. If you're a generator, you are going to be building things. If you're a mani-gen, you are going to be innovating things. And if you are a manifestor, you're going to be initiating. If you're a reflector, you are going to be reflecting. That's it. It's funny because when it comes to my community, I remember one time where I was creating all of these PowerPoints, not to say that it's like extenuating, but some days I just want to talk. So the first couple modules in the community, it's like PowerPoint style. And then one day I was like, F that, I'm about to just talk. And then I literally was saying to everyone in there, I was like, yo, you're only here for my insights. So why am I taking all this time to build a freaking presentation? That's not what you're here for. You're not here for the presentation. I do not have a 2-line. You're not here to look at the pretty things that I put together. You're here to hear what I have to say. And so that's what I do. You're here for the insights. So my business model is I'm delivering insights. Whether I'm delivering insights on Twitter, on YouTube, on TikTok, in my private community, I'm going to deliver insights. All right. Now, the one thing I want you all to know, please choose group focus. Like, have a group business model. It is going to give you your time back. Why do you think Jade, I like using Jade as an example, why do you think Jade has the cult? She's not doing one-off conversations with people. Maybe she does and she don't talk about it, but she has the cult. If you want access to Jade, you're going to jump into her Patreon. Period. She don't have a million things going on to stress her out. Neither do I. That's something that I always I have this offer and that offer and that offer. I have multiple offers, but I've only created one. Confident and paid. If you want to work with me, you want to be around my energy, you want to tap into my insights, that's where you'll find me. Why? Because I get to create in one space and then I can have multiple conversations going on. As you're listening to this, even if you're building something, if you're initiating something, if you are delivering your insights, if you're innovating, you want to have a one-to-many business model. Okay? One person to many people that allows you to maximize on your energy, to be efficient in your energy. Okay. Now, I'm not going to say don't have anything one-to-one. One-to-ones are great too, but they come at a higher price point. Okay. It's like getting a commissioned piece of art. If I create one painting and then I create prints from that, that's one painting. You can buy the original. It's going to cost you an arm and a leg, right? But you can get the print. Anybody can get the print, right? But then if you want a commissioned piece, mean it's unique to you, you're going to have to pay a pretty penny. Okay? I want you to think about whatever it is that you're creating in the same manner. This is why digital products are amazing. You create that ebook or that course or whatever one time, and then you sell it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again to as many people as possible. Okay? We are thinking efficiency. All right. We're thinking I'm in London at the Chris Brown concert and people are in my community getting what they need. They're chopping it up. They're having a ball. And the next morning when I wake up after seeing sexy ass Chris Brown all night, I get to join in the conversation. Maybe I add a new module. Maybe I post something. Maybe I scheduled everything so that while I'm at the concert and the whole time I'm in London, I don't really have to jump in there. I could go in and check and see if anyone messaged me. But other than that, it's doing its own thing. Okay? We are not here to work. We are here to live and enjoy life. The way that we enjoy life is by having systems and honoring the business model that works. Okay? This is why there's a Target here, there's a Target up the block, there's a Target over there, there's a Target in another city. They build one Target and they repeat it. That's the third point here. Operate according to your human design type. Focus on a one-to-many delivery and then repeat. I literally have set a goal for myself. Well, not a goal, but an intention for myself. I'm going to maximize on confident and paid this year. I'm going to learn everything that I need to know on this one community and what it looks like to monetize a community. And then next year, I'm going to create some more offers. I don't need to create them all this year. I don't need to do everything at once. I can do one thing and do the most on that one thing, learn everything I need to learn, and then I can repeat. Sometimes we be doing too much because we think we need to prove ourselves. There's nothing to prove. Okay? There's nothing to prove. Identify your type. Create a business model that matches. Look at Jade. If you're a generator, Jade created the cult coin and everybody's like, I want a piece of that. Honor your energy type. Focus on a one-to-many delivery. And then we repeat. That's how we scale. That's how we have our own economy. Okay? Do it once. Do it good. Learn from your mistakes and then repeat. All right? All right. So let me know in the comments. Was this helpful? I'm about to read the comments. Let me know if this was helpful. Yeah, let me know if this was helpful. That's all I'm going to say. Questions are reserved for my girls and confident and paid. Okay, I love y'all very much. I'm going to give you what I can. And then we move on. So let me know if this was helpful. Let me know it was mostly helpful as well. Let's see. 62 emo. Also PSU alumni. When embodying Eden, when did you graduate, my love? What campus did you go to? 62 manifesting generator. Amazing. And an Aquarius. Bop, bop, bop. You already know. All right. People stay telling me about them unprovoked. Janae is hilarious. I love that she said unprovoked because it's true. Like, I'm on my walk right now. I don't care about your BBLness, but okay. All right. Okay, cool. All right, gotta go now. Unprovoked is absolutely correct. Yes, Embodying Eden says, these things that you're sharing is also what I get. That means your energy is magnetic. Like, people, it's so interesting. Like, we see ourselves as our physical selves, but what other people see is not our physical selves. They feel our aura, they feel our energy. So when I'm out on a walk and that lady sees me, she feels safe. My aura gives off safety, it gives off non-judgmental, it gives off I can share with her and she's not going to judge me. And I don't know that it's giving that off, but the experience, this is why projectors specifically pay attention to how people respond to you. How do people interact with you? Because that is what they experience and you get to capitalize on that. That's information for you. Okay. Jella says, every time I leave the house, everyone tells me their business. I like a little drama though, so tell me more. Oh my God. I can't lie. So do I. I came home and I was like, babe, why somebody ran me down in the street to tell me about her PBS? Oh my goodness. Oh man. Do it scared and unprepared. Hello, you're going to learn along the way. A lot of people want to, let me learn everything and then I'm going to take action. You'll be dead, okay? You won't take action, you'll be dead. Because you'll never know anything. In your entire lifetime, you still can't learn everything. So you might as well just go now and learn along the way. Real talk. The way these heavy Scorpio placements have me irked by sharing and being perceived, guess what? Do you want to be irked or do you want to be paid? Okay. Because when I'm offering the in-person trips, don't be over here, I can't afford to go. I need you to be like, I got the money, Sarah. Where do I sign up? That's the type of energy I need you to come with. So that means you got to F what you think about being seen. Focus on being paid. I live into the version of me that whatever I want, boop, whatever, boop, I don't care. You don't even got to tell me I just want it. Boop. That's the version of me that I'm stepping into, that I live into every day. I went to the dentist a few weeks ago to have the same tooth like reworked on. And then I go to pay and the lady's like, so are you going to be splitting this cost on 2 cards? Because it was like $2,000. And I pull out the Amex and I just give it to her. She's like, oh, 1 card. And damn, it's heavy. I love that feeling. No, I don't need to split this on 500 cards, miss. We good around here. We good. We're kept. We're taken care of. Okay. That moment was just like, yes, this is my life. I want all of y'all to experience that over and over and over again. It's beautiful. That's what God has in store for us. Abundance, like no overthinking, no second guessing. I got it. That feels so good. All right. We have, let's see. You control what you share. Absolutely, Janae. Your social media is your TV show. It's your reality. You share what you want to share. You let us in as much as you want to let us in. Like even the people who be talking all their business, they're really not talking all their business. They're talking about what they feel like talking about. So it's the same thing with you. Same thing with you. Okay. Millie says that makes so much sense. Thank you. You're welcome, love. You're welcome. I'm ready for that HD group trip for real. Yo, it's happening. Like it's happening. It's done. It's already done. It's already done. Just make sure you have your passport, ladies. Have your passport. Okay, we're gonna have a time. When I launched my pottery business, I gave away a lot of my pieces to friends for free or at a discounted price because I didn't want to charge them. I'm gonna say this. You can give people things for free, but it's not like you get this thing for free and then you don't give me anything. I need a review. I need feedback. I need something that is going to attract more. Sometimes we just give it away and then like I have a friend and I have a bone to pick with her ass. I have a friend that she sees the value, she wants the value, but then you're not talking about the value. Nah, I don't want people like that around me. One hand can't clap. Okay? So I'm going to I love to big up my clients. Like I'm going to share Janae's pottery. I'm going to share how Janae is growing. I want to talk about her the same amount that I talk about myself because I need you to know how poppin' Janae is as well. Like closed mouths do not get fed. And sometimes we have access to greatness and we don't talk about it. That's selfish. That doesn't benefit nobody. If you see something, this is how you also get paid, yo. It's so simple. If you find a poppin' ass dress at Target, why won't you be like, girls, y'all need to get to Target right now. This dress is so fire, the way it hugs me here and here. Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you do that? That's literally how social media works. Sharing is king. When you share, everybody wins. And when you share with an affiliate link, anyways, I told you already, get your Amazon storefront up. Okay, I'm gonna say that every time we have a live. Make sure you have an Amazon storefront. All right. Okay. Drella says it took me so long to address money. LOL. Now I look at it like, baby, this mouth don't move without. Let me finish reading what she said, because it took me so long to address money. Now I look at it like, baby, this mouth don't move without money. That's how I am. This is why I have people that I no longer talk to, because I recognize you simply wanted to come suck on me like a leech. I have nothing to offer. I have nothing to say. What do you think about that? I don't think nothing. Nothing. I'm not even thinking about that. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I have tons of insights. I've been thinking about that for 3 years. Like, that's how you gotta be. As projectors, that's how you have to be. You have to be that way. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for speaking life into me today. You don't even know. Oh, baby, I know. And I'm so happy that you were here to get it. I'm so happy you were here to get it. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Let's keep going. All right. Time and energy is way too precious. Absolutely. Yeah, time is finite, and we don't even know how much we have. So, like, you really have to gatekeep your time. Everybody's like, don't gatekeep. Yeah, I'm not gonna gatekeep information and where I got this dress, but I'm gonna gatekeep this energy. Whoo, yeah, we gatekeeping this energy for sure. There's a standard that has to be met. Absolutely. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Okay, then. Janae always gets the gem. She said, people fall out with themselves, then blame it on me. Okay. I had this girl, I almost said a friend, but we don't talk no more. I ain't do nothing to her. When I left the Caribbean in 2022 or 23, 22, the only reason I left is because a girl that I was cool with called me and was like, I want you in New York for my birthday, and I will pay for your ticket to come to New York. I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna take this as an opportunity to move back to the States. So I sold all my stuff and I dipped. But she called me. I want you in New York for my birthday. You haven't been here for 3 years. We miss you. Blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna pay for your ticket. I came through. I was at her crib. She was like, you can stay here for a month. I was there for 3 weeks and I was like, New York is too loud for me. I don't want to be here no more. And then I dipped. I got another invitation. But I share that because we don't talk no more. Did I do anything to this person? No. She made up some crap in her head and she fell out with me, with herself. Okay? She fell out with herself and then blame it on me. Oh, well, I don't care. My life has moved on, baby. Moved on. Then got a man, had a kid, moving on with my life. Who got time for that? Nobody. Okay? Get strict with that hour. Yeah, we on here for almost 2, but it's okay. Once a week won't hurt nobody. I needed this pep talk so bad. You're so welcome, my love. My time is extra valuable. Absolutely. Keep it simple. Keep a standard. Okay. I am not the free person. Let somebody else be the free person. After today, you are no longer the free person. Okay. Baltimore, what up, yo? Baltimore was a time. I had a very good time in Baltimore. I'm not that far away, so I probably need to come back and this summer, we're going to have a little kiki in Baltimore. All right. Everything is everything and it's already done. Absolutely. Absolutely. This whole idea of like you have to manifest a thing. Ooh, I didn't think I was going to say this today. We don't manifest things. We manifest who we be. Okay? This is why who you're being is so important. This is why the work that raises your vibration is so important. I can't manifest this water bottle. I cannot manifest a house. I cannot manifest a car. I cannot manifest my man. What I did was I created a different version of me. I manifested a different version of me. And then my physical reality matched that. Before I met my man, I read a book called Calling in the One. And I'm thinking by the title, oh, I'm about to be calling in my man. No, that entire book, I was creating myself to be the woman that would attract that caliber of man. Because before then, I was attracting boys and I was their mama. That sounds like incest because they was definitely putting it down. I was attracting boys because that is what I want. I wanted to be this, I know everything. Like, that's what I wanted to be. That's not going to work in a relationship. So I had to manifest a different version of Sarah, and then boom, here comes this man. Okay? We don't manifest things, the things already exist. We manifest a new level of us that then attracts, magnetizes that thing to us. Okay? So I hope that blessed somebody today. The work is in the individual time. Absolutely. It went from $50 a month to $1,500, but God wants us to support, pay, and provide. You got to understand, like, that comment is, oh, I don't know why I want to cry right now. You have to get that the money that you're giving is money. And if you align with the right leader, the right guy, the right coach, you gonna make 10 times as much from being in their energy. This is one of the most important things you need to hear today. Like, when you give your money over, the worth, the value, the happiness that you get is 10 times as much. It's like when I buy one dress for $40, the amount of times I'm going to wear that dress and feel like my highest self in that dress and attract opportunities because I'm wearing that dress, that $40 is nothing. It's nothing. When I tell you I have spent over $20,000 in personal development, that is nothing to the money that I will get in this lifetime. It's nothing. And y'all be holding y'all money. No, I can't spend that money because there's no tangible thing. Yo, your vibration being higher is more tangible than any physical thing. Because when you learn how to raise your vibration, you can attract everything you want. Everything that you want. This is why personal development is the best investment. The best investment. Because who you become attracts everything that you want. I just spent money with another coach, Myron Golden. Yo, everything I learned, he had like a 5-day challenge. Everything I learned from that challenge, when I stepped away from that challenge, my hourly rate literally tripled. Okay? Because of one thing that he said in those 5 days. And he was like, your homework tonight is to come back with a higher hourly rate. And because of what he taught me, I felt like, hell yeah, I could deliver at this rate. Before that, I kept questioning, like, what if somebody pays me that much? Like, am I actually going to deliver on that? I was afraid that I wouldn't deliver. But I paid him, and the way he spoke life into me and everybody in that challenge, the next day I felt like a brand new freaking woman. And I raised my hourly price. And I've already shared it with people, and some people have already said no. But you don't get to a yes until you hear the no's first. You gotta know that it's done for you. So that when people say, what's your rate? And you say $5,000 an hour and they say no, you are like, cool. I'm happy you said no because you're not for me. And maybe you hear no 100 times before someone says, yeah, 5,000. Damn, I thought it was going to be more than that. Here's my credit card information. But y'all afraid to hear the no's. So you never raise your price. You never create the offer. Come on, yo. This is why you need to be around people that have already done that work, that have already raised their vibration. They move so confidently in themselves, they're going to give that to you. This is why community work works. Because you being in my aura, you're going to feel, yo, I'm about to post the content, yo. I'm about to create the offer. I'm about to raise my price. I'm about to quit this job because your vibration immediately goes up. Stop sleeping on yourself, yo. Stop sleeping on yourself, yo. Put the money down and do the work. Do the work. And the work is not hard. You're not building a house. You're learning how to be consistent in your vibration. That's easy work. That's easy work. I got to talk to myself in the mirror every day? Okay. First, it feels weird, and then it starts to feel normal. And then you start to see results, and you're like, yo, I cannot believe it was this easy all along. It is that easy. It is that easy. A part of that 5-day challenge was we had to do an ice bath. I had to put my hand in the ice bucket, yo, the whole time. And we did, I think I had my hand in there for 5 minutes. And I'm like, yo, oh my God. I had to talk myself through it. But who I was on the other side of that, oh, hard things is regular. Like, that's easy work. But I had to be in the energy of someone that does ice baths every day. He dunks his body every day. This is why people hire coaches. I know y'all seen that boy that's blowing up on Instagram, Ashton Hall, who shared his morning routine. His freaking following went from like 5 million to 8 million to I think he's about to be at 12 million people. And I know he got mad clients off of that. Why? Because if this is the type of life he's living, I need to be in his energy. When I tell you they have twisted our mind so much that we think it's the physical thing that we want. No, you want to be at the table with the millionaires so you can hear what the millionaires are talking about. So you can then go apply what the millionaires are doing. But how do you get to the table with the millionaires? Sometimes you got to pay some money. Sometimes you need to be dating someone that has access. Sometimes you need to be at the right bar at the right time. Either way, there is something that you need to take responsibility for. Okay. I didn't expect that, but all right. Whew. Okay. All right. It's so easy for us, man. It's so easy. Woo. I don't care what you do. My people know where to find me and appreciate me. Okay, then. I have life to live. I'm not waiting on anyone. All right. Time for me to 3-5 my way through this entire human design to see how it pans out. Let's go. I got my man and life is panning out. Let's go. Easy work. When I tell you it's so easy, it's so easy. I wake up every day grateful. I wake up every day. This is one thing I shared. It took a minute for me to like be comfortable getting up and making my man's lunch and breakfast. But when I recognized how I was feeling, like I felt like I took care. I'm a Cancer sun. So I got to wake up and take care of my man. Like the only thing he wants to do for me after I do that is everything I say. I was like, damn, I was stepping over this cheat code. How did I not step into this cheat code sooner? But the opportunity became ready when I was ready. So now I be getting up. I be excited to come downstairs, get his lunch together. He be looking in his little lunchbox like a little kid, like, what's in here today? Excited. I love that. And then anything I want is mine. It's so easy. I'm a stay-at-home girlfriend, baby. Ain't even wait for the wife. Okay. I'm not married. And I'm kept down. Okay? All right, then. Stay-at-home girlfriend, because I was staying at home when we was dating. Okay. That's probably how I got pregnant. I was staying home when we was dating. Again, I was in my 6-line phase, so I just wanted to chill. Stay-at-home girlfriend. All right. It's whatever you want it to be. Okay. I'm not supposed to plan a thing, just respond, which makes goal setting and achievement mad confusing for me. Oh, first of all, I don't like the word goal. That's why I corrected myself earlier. I have an intention. And I learned this from Myron. Again, Myron is my coach. You can work with him as well. But he said he doesn't set goals because he was like, why would you limit yourself? Why would you say, I'm going to accomplish this? And then you say, oh, I'm going to accomplish $100 and the universe got $1 million for you. It's better to set an intention. Maybe my intention is to do lives every single Wednesday. We gonna kiki every Wednesday at 1:00. That's my intention. And I'm going to trust that intention is going to create whatever results are for me, because The ideas that I have are small change compared to what the universe, what God has in store for me. So I'm going to control what I can control, which is showing up once per week. Let's have an in-depth, chop it up conversation, and I'm going to trust that that is enough. So don't worry about goals. Fuck a goal. What's for you is already for you. You get to set an intention. How are you going to show up? Who are you going to be around the life that you want for yourself, that you see for yourself? There's a version of you that you get to step into that will attract that. You don't need to set no goals. Okay? Throw that out the window. This is like when it comes to your health and well-being, why are you going to set a goal? Why don't you just be the person that lives into the healthier body? I'm going to go for a walk every day. I'm going to eat good food every day just because that's who I be. It's not a goal. I'm not trying to lose 20 pounds next week. If I lose 20 pounds, amazing. But what feels better is having a consistency around who I be. What feels amazing is consistently vibrating high. That is what's amazing. So bump the goal, set intentions for yourself. Okay? Focus on purpose, focus on what inspires you and what lights you up, on your talents and interests. Focus on the overall objective, not the goals in between. There you go. Work on the skills and the knowledge you want and need to have. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. There you go. I get to focus on how I want to feel, what makes me feel successful, and the universe brings the people, places, and ideas need to experience more life. Boom. Again, me waking up, taking care of my man is like, boom. Like for me, that's like the most important thing for other people is done. Once I do that, I get to chill. Like, I love that for me. I love that for me so much. Like, I made him breakfast and lunch. Bye, babe. Have a great day. We're on this like eating one meal a day type thing. He eats a little bit more than me. He's a generator. And he also has a different digestion type than me. But I don't have to make dinner. If he's hungry at night, he gonna find something. I went to the grocery store. You can find something in the fridge. He put a whole bunch of stuff on the grill. We still have stuff from the grill. I don't need to cook at night anymore. Like, I am so happy. Because I'm a snacker. I'm not a big meals multiple time a day girl. But being with him was like, I need dinner. I'm like, sir, I'm not even hungry right now. But now that I get up and I make his breakfast and lunch, I don't have to think about cooking food again for the rest of the day. I'm chilling. Okay. So again, like focusing on how you feel, how you want to feel, identifying what your highest self feels like and living into that every day, your environment will match that for real. Okay, y'all. Let's run through these last ones and then we done because y'all I will be here all day. Empowered mindset takes you out of victim mindset. Absolutely. We love an opportunity to grow and transform. Again, enjoy the transformation. It's fun. Like when you get to see where you were and where you are now, and it's like, damn, it's not even done yet. I get to get better than this. I'm here for it. Like I am here for that. Neutrino Design, amen. That app, everything. Janae said I had a whole HD album with people's charts, like 20 of them. I be knowing people more than they know themselves. Charge for that. Okay. Because y'all be playing. Y'all projectors, stop playing with yourself. We don't even know why we do it. And then we learn human design, like, oh, this is why. Yeah. You're the new leader. Everybody's coming to you. Charge for that. I asked my friend to ask her mom from her brother's time of birth. I was like, dang, he be hiding for real. He's a 2-line in K's environment. See? One of my old flings, the other day I thought I was having like a little like, oh, I miss him. I miss his energy. Not miss him, but I was thinking about him. So I messaged him. I was like, yo, send me your birthday and birth time stuff again because I don't know. I'm having a little nostalgic moment. I look it up. Why is he a 5-1 manifester? My man is a 5-1 Manny Jen. My daughter's a 5-1. So when I read that, I was like, okay, obviously there's some type of affinity between me and 5-1s. Like Janae is a 5-1 and I love her down. Like there is some, I don't know. It was interesting. It was so interesting. So yes, that is I don't know. I love that. Okay. Her commitment to looking good, yours too. That's what really has me leveling up my self-care and how I present myself daily. Yo, do you hear this 6 lines? Y'all be trying to work too hard. All you gotta do is look good, 6 lines. Look good and post yourself looking good every day. Like if you're a 6 line and all you do is post a selfie every day or you in your natural state every day, I promise you, your following is going to grow. People are going to be glued in. That's all you got to do. If you're hiding and you're a 6 line, come here, let me smack you. Okay. Okay. 6 lines are inspiration to looking your best self. Yes, 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 yes. I had a 4-6 in my life and shorty leveled me up. You hear this? I had a 4-6 in my life and she leveled me up just being in our energy. The girl that I lived with in Baltimore, my homegirl that invited me to live with her, she was a 4-6 manifester. She was a 4-6 manifester. And being around her was like, ooh, okay, I get to move a lot differently. She moves slow already. She stay taking naps. Like she was inspiring me. I didn't even know because she's a 4-6. So again, a blessing. Okay. All right. Very helpful as always. Yes, I couldn't access Confident Paid. Link wouldn't let me create an account. Okay. Embodying Eden. Are you on Twitter? If you're on Twitter, DM me. Okay? I got you. Stella. Stella's here. Scorpio in the house. What's up? That's my girl. She's also a 4-6. Stella. I hope you heard everything I just said. Okay? We need to see you and them beautiful full lips. Okay. All right. All right. This was great. This was helpful. Zoom out. Absolutely. Oh, man. My rate, $10,000 per hour. You hear it. You hear the generator, and Stella be building stuff. Okay? $10K an hour. In my hour, you will make 100,000. Do y'all stop pricing your things on the thing? Think about the transformation. What is this person going to have in their life as a result of this? Charge from there. Okay? Okay. What is a 3-5 doing every day? Come on now. 5 lines. What y'all doing every day? What you doing every day, 5 line? First of all, the heretic. Y'all are poking people. Okay? Y'all are saying the things that people don't want to hear. 5 lines, they say the things that people don't want to hear. Trust me, I live with one. He stay chatting. 5 lines are saying the things that no one wants to hear. Okay? You're making people look twice. And then with that 3 line, you got them glued in. You're hooking them because you're living through this chaos and somehow you look good. Like how are you winning but life looks chaotic? Okay? Come on now, let's make it simple. Anyways, embodying Eden, we about to build, baby. I got you. You're gonna DM me. I'm gonna send it to you and we gonna chop it up. I have all the tea for you. I got all the tea for you. All right. I love y'all. We've been here for 2 hours. I will say this before I go. This is me being in my zone of genius. If you don't know what your zone of genius is, you need to tap in. When you are in your zone of genius, you working, creating actually gives you life. Okay, this is why I could sit here with y'all and chop it up for so long, because being here with you gives me life. You want to do things, you want to create things that give you life. You don't ever want to be in any type of situation where you are exerting your energy and it's not giving you life. Okay? Again, I shared with y'all this morning. I made my man his lunch and then he sought me out and he gave me life because I'm a projector. I've been needing that generator energy, right? So you don't want to be in any situation that is one-sided. You don't want to be with clients that don't want to do the work. You don't want to be in a relationship where you're giving, and that person is never giving back, not reciprocating. Okay? You don't want to be in a situation where you bring all the hype energy and the other person is just negative. You don't want to be in that situation. It don't feel good. It's not giving you life. Okay? You want to honor your energy. Honor yourself. You deserve to be honored. You are a queen. You are royalty. I love you. See you next week. Bye.